because of how many options you have. So I'm mainly watching at these like early percents what is being established like with your aerial game and how are you going for grabs, because that's going to set up a lot of the neutral for later.
Yeah, I'm watching Karn and he's definitely keeping himself close to the ground and like using his crouch very well. Not making sure that Poppa Squat's going to get some free stuff on him.
Poppa Squat does a lot of really good waiting. He usually waits for you to like, you know, take a movement or something. He's usually on like the 3rd level of like your movement options at the very beginning. Ooh.
The wild counter. Almost did something.
But the main issue when you play a Sheik like Karn in comparison to others is he's so good at neutral, and his punish game is going to be probably just as good, if not better, than yours in this matchup, just because of how simple it is for Sheik. So it's really rough to play versus Karn when his neutral game is just on point all the time. Great tipper.
Okay, yeah.
That's the risky part about Battlefield platforms, specifically, just because it's super easy to space, almost easier than Yoshi's.
I'll probably be seeing Poppa Squat trying to take advantage of Karn's recoveries too.
Dude, that's an I love melee noise when two like sharp hitboxes. Like there's no like actual defined thing that anyone remembers about it, but it's like you just know about it.
Because Sheik's nails are made of blades.
Dude, it's crazy. it's like Falco's tail is so sharp that it's also like a. It's like that's so cool. Dude. That's so cool.
Why does it slice you in half?
Ooh, great reaction.
Okay.
That's the kind of stuff Marth needs in this matchup.
Just waited for him to get back up.
Oh, and see, that's when you get lazy as Marth, and you can't have that happen, because now Sheik is like kind of at a combo percent. Yep, and she's going to get all this extra credit. Great nair, though, intercepting a really poor approach. Oh, but oh, God. He needs to be getting these crouch cancels.
Okay.
He's going to live
Pushes him back.
Yeah, he's going to... Yeah, it's a tricky thing.
Oh, that's rough.
He had like 3 options there, which is like ledge, going on stage, or a platform. So it's rough. Oh, he barely... I think he was trying to throw it in F smash or something, and he was a little too slow.
Couple counters coming from Poppa Squat. I think he's trying to get something really cheeky.
I can't respect counters. The only character that counter is viable against is Yoshi. But I won't talk about Yoshi to bore you. But Poppa Squat's doing really well is he's spacing his spares and his down tilt to the best of his ability. Ooh, that's unfortunate. But he's he's avoiding a lot of crouch cancels and like punishes off that stuff. Yeah, see, Marth's just so susceptible to crouch cancel sometimes. It's just very rough.
Yeah, and if you notice sometimes too when Poppa Squat lands, he's trying to like extend a little bit forward with like his forward airs, but he'll be like landing like behind, like with his back turned to a Karn. So there's not really much like he can do with his back turned to Sheik.
Ooh. Just catches his landing like 3 times.
Needles?
She would have hit those needles. Ooh, right up there though. Solid stuff from Karn. Really impressed how he dealt with Poppa Squat's like very patient style. Because a lot of Marths can, some Marths are just really aggressive, and it's kind of jarring when you first start playing versus them as Sheik. They can kind of run you over, but then once you get a handle of them, it's okay. But the patient style is a lot more of what people are used to. Poppa Squat is crazy. He does this a lot, and it's mainly just because of how his playstyle is. He's just super patient.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's probably not the
this is not too conventional.
Counter pick, yeah. It's probably definitely a comfort pick.
He's really... I mean, just his dash dance is probably, like... He's one of the Marths that just, like, you know, has a really great dash dance.
I would like to say it's probably not the worst stage to pick, but it might be the worst stage to pick on paper.
I don't know. FD, depending on the like matchup. Ooh, like depending on just, like the player matchup.
If the Sheik's going to be really good with reactions on FD, because that's I'll talk to a future about it with the Sheik on FD, and he likes it. I don't. I gotta work with some ledges and stuff like that. Gotta use Sheik's strength to their advantage. Okay, good needles, but Poppa Squat trying to make his way back on.
See, this is the hard part. Yeah, poor DI there, but like that's the hard part about playing versus Sheik is sometimes she just gets to live so long. Even if it just wasn't Dreamland.
Karn trying to go in for them grabbies.
Ooh, that was a sketch down tilt. Interesting up B choice. I think so Karn I think just smash DI'd that nair, which is like actually crazy, like useful, but it's something that's not conventional. Oh, he got like
he gets in between the legs.
He got the Marth zone. I mean, yeah, it's very obvious that he shouldn't, but I respect it. I can respect this.
I mean, even if you say that Marth shouldn't pick the stage against Sheik, like Poppa Squad's making it work. Definitely, I think it's actually looking a lot better than last game too, for him at least. Where those reverse up Bs though.
Ooh, that should be death. Yeah, great wave line off.
Goodness. Let's get a little stuff. Oh.
Ooh. He could have landed on stage, but that's kind of a tricky angle sometimes.
Yeah, tricky and risky.
Karn not doing the conventional, like, you know, punish, but it ends up, like, not getting him punished, so it's okay. As long as your punish doesn't convert into you losing again, I mean, you getting punished, it's like, okay. This stage is, like, pretty good for, like, Marth in certain regards in terms of, like, there's enough platforms for you to escape with, but it's also, like, linear, which is nice. Because on FD, you need platforms to, like, you would wish there were platforms to escape with, but there's not. But you like the linearness of it.
Oh, oh my god.
I feel like
just hanging around in his shield there.
I feel like Pokemon's probably better, though. But then again, there's transformations to account for. I mean, obviously, the platform height is huge, but if you don't platform tech chase, it's, like, you know, not that big of a deal. But, you know, that's a big part of your game, in my opinion. Marth is a good enough character where there's enough options that you don't need to worry about it. And so at this point, they're pretty much waiting for the next hit. Off stage is huge here. Oh. Yeah. Did a nice little shimmy, baited out the grab, punished them.
Yeah, and honestly, both these players' survivability on this stage is a little crazy. They're getting to some pretty high percents here. I think that last stock for Poppa Squad ended around like 150.
Ooh. Yeah, I think Poppa Squad actually just went for that. I kind of respect that, but he's kind of getting the work right now. Ooh.
Grabbing.
Terrible, terrible area. And see, now it's kind of like in the same situation it was last stock. Ooh, is that down tilt really going to set up her ledge guard? Great nair. Yeah. 230, that's rough. You can't be killing Sheik at 230 and be expecting to win unless you're like, you know, a god.
Yeah, it's definitely rough what would be going on through Poppa Squad's head when he's just like, how is this Sheik still here? But he's still got a lot of stage to work with. He's definitely been working into his advantage this whole match on Dreamland, I feel like. Oh, but that's probably going to be it.
As long as Karn doesn't mess up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he caught his jump. He was trying to jump out of that range of the forward air there. Unfortunate.
Shimmying is real in Melee.